Hello fellow traders, in today's video we will talk about most profitable strategies on binary options that I tested in 2024. We will look at 3 strategies that have already proven their effectiveness, and let's start from the third place up to the top one in terms of profitability. These strategies are suitable for both beginners and experienced traders who want to improve their results. And if you want to increase your chances of success and learn how to earn more, this video is for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on that notification bell so you won't miss any of my new videos. And if you have any questions or you would like to share your success story, leave it in the comment section down below. I'm always glad to receive your feedback, your questions, and your stories. And now let's get started. There is a playlist on my channel called 100 Backtesting Deals, where I analyzed and test various strategies in detail. And during the time since I've started this playlist and up till today, I have collected a lot of videos with testing and online sessions. And today I decided to highlight 3 best strategies from this category, which showed the most impressive results. And those are: number 1, 2 EMA plus stochastic. This is an ideal combination for trend analysis and overbought/oversold moments. Next one is stochastic plus RSI plus MACD, and this is a powerful combination of escalators and trend indicators. And the last one is MACD plus EMA 200. It is a reliable strategy for determining a long-term trends. This video is unique because it has both theoretical and practical part, with backtesting on 100 deals and whole live sessions, and this makes it incredibly useful for traders of all levels, as you can not only understand the theory, but you can also see how 3 strategies work under real-life conditions. And I have decided to have 4 main criteria for evaluating the strategies based on my personal experience and test results. And here they are. So the number of signals, the quality of signals, adaptability of the strategy, and of course simplicity. So now let's take a detailed look at each of the criteria that I decided to use for this video. So number of signals, this is a criteria that shows how often the strategy generates signals to enter into a trade, and it is important that the strategy provides a sufficient number of signals, but it's not too frequent, which could lead to a decrease in signals quality. And speaking of signal quality, this is the main indicator of the efficiency of the strategy, and it's measured by the win rate. Win rate is the percentage of winning trades out of the total number. The higher the win rate, the better the strategy. Next one is adaptability of the strategy. A good strategy should be flexible and should adapt to various market conditions, including periods of high volatility and calm markets. And the last one is simplicity. Complex strategy can be effective, but they are often require deep knowledge and experience. For example, I trade on price action, but today we have 3 simple strategies based only on indicators. And all of this criteria will help me explain to you what an inexperienced trader relies on in the first place when choosing and searching for a strategy. So stay tuned and let's get down to the first strategy. So the third place is taken by MACD plus 200 EMA, and as you can see from the name, we only use 2 indicators. We're gonna add moving average, and it's gonna be with the period of 200, and it's gonna be exponential moving average. Color whatever you like, I choose yellow, and the rule is simple. This indicator we're gonna use to find the global trend, and so basically if the price is higher than exponential moving average, that means this is a global uptrend, and it's more convenient for us to find entry points for an uptrend. And if we do it for a downtrend, that means we are trading against the trend, and that's a bad idea. And same but vice versa, if the price is lower than exponential moving average, then we are only finding entry points for the downtrend because this is a global downtrend. Second indicator is going to be, of course, MACD, which we are going to use to find the entry points themselves. So for an uptrend, for an entry point for an uptrend, we need several rules. Number 1 is the price is higher than exponential moving average with a period of 200. Our second rule example, we see the crossover of MACD lower than the histogram, so lower than the 0 point of MACD. And then we can enter into the deal for an uptrend. For a downtrend, we use completely different rules. Joking. The price is supposed to be lower than exponential moving average of 200, and also we need to see crossover of MACD higher than the histogram, and of course higher than the 0 basically. Let's speak about number of signals. This strategy works perfectly, and in an hour on 5 currency pairs you will receive around 10 to 15 signals. This is not a lot, but not too little, and you won't have to rush between the pairs in a hurry, and also you won't have to wait for an hour for a good signal. So here this strategy gets 10 out of 10. Speaking about the quality of signals, according to the results of the test, I received 66% win rate, which is more than enough for profitable trading, but at the same time there is nothing supernatural about that. So here the strategy gets 8 out of 10. In terms of adaptability, I would say this is 4 out of 10, because at times when the market is moving, the sideways strategy gives quite a lot of false signals and you can get into a series of losses, which is especially bad if you're trading using martingale. Well, in simplicity, there is obviously 10 out of 10 since the strategy is based only on 2 indicators and the rules for entering a trade are really simple. So the total score is 32. Our second strategy was created to be used on Forex, but we tested it on the binary options and it showed really good results. So in this strategy, we need 3 indicators. All 3 of them are oscillators. First one, stochastic, as you can see. The settings are default. Basically here, everything is going to be the same. Second indicator is going to be a MACD, of course. Same thing with the settings. They are standard and RSI. The period is going to be 14, but the overlying level is going to be 50, and oversold also is going to be 50 because we are not using it for oversold and overbought areas. We're only interested in the central line of this indicator. So the rules are quite simple here. To open a deal for an uptrend, we are looking at a series with 3 confirmations. First one is, of course, stochastic. We should see the crossover of stochastic under the point of 30, and moving upwards. And the MACD indicator, it's supposed to look in a way where we can see also crossover lower than the 0 point, and the lines are moving upwards again. And the last one, we are looking at RSI, and it's supposed to be higher than the 50% line. And if we have all 3 confirmations, we're entering into a deal for an uptrend. And this is a really deep analysis for a strategy. And for the downtrend, same thing, but vice versa. So stochastic is supposed to show us crossover higher than the 70 level and moving down. Next one is MACD. We are expecting crossover higher than the histogram, moving also down, and RSI also supposed to be lower than the level of 50%, and only after all 3 confirmations we're entering into a deal for a downtrend. The number of signals is perhaps the main disadvantage of this strategy. If all markets are in a strong trend, you can wait for an entry point for hours. So here the strategy gets a 5 out of 10. But at the same time, thanks to this, there are quite a few false signals and the win rate is 67. So the strategy gets 9 out of 10 for the quality of signals. And due to the combination of 3 indicators, this strategy performs really well both in trending and flat markets. For adaptability, 9 out of 10. And this strategy is not complicated at all. In fact, the main thing here is not to get emotional from all the waiting and not to ignore the rules. And as for the rules themselves, they're a simple 10 out of 10 here, and the total score is 33. And before we move on to the first place, I would like to tell you about my project. If you want to learn more about strategies and learn how to trade professionally, join my online academy. There I share my knowledge and experience, and absolutely for free, you will get access to lessons on technical analysis, indicators, and other aspects of trading. text me on Telegram and I will help you become a successful trader. You will find the link in the description box down below. So now we're going to talk about the strategy that took at place number 1, and it's also been taken from the Forex traders, but it works wonders on binary options. So first things first, we need to add 2 moving averages, and the first one is going to be with a period of 50. It's going to be EMA, exponential moving average, and the color you can choose whatever you want. I'm going to choose a blue one. And this moving average we are going to use to find the medium trend. The next moving average is going to be for the long trend. It's going to be 150. Type is going to be EMA, and the color is yellow because I like it. You can choose whatever you want, but the color is supposed to be different, so you know the difference between them. And the last one is going to be stochastic oscillator, and all of the periods are going to be 5. So K, D, and smoothing periods are all 5. And for the levels, I usually use 70 and 30, but you can play with it and you can choose 80 and 20, for example. So that means that this is going to be less signals, but the win rate is going to be higher. But with the signals, I usually use 1730 because we get more signals here. And this is a standard settings for the indicator. So let's talk about the rules. To open the deal for an uptrend, first of all, we need to find a great setup. For an uptrend, we need to see that exponential moving average with a period of 150, so slow one. Then exponential moving average with 50, and the price is supposed to be higher than exponential moving average 50. So when we found this setup, we waiting for our price to get closer to exponential moving average of 50, even maybe cross it a little bit, but not a lot. But the main thing here is that as soon as the price getting closer to the exponential moving average, we see the reaction and the price is moving up. And stochastic also gives us a signal here. That means basically the crossover of stochastic lower than the level of 30. We are entering into a deal for an uptrend. So we're analyzing medium trend, long trend with the moving averages, and a really short trend with the stochastic. And in my brain, I think this strategy is balanced really well. The rules for a downtrend are completely the same, but vice versa. So 150 EMA on the top, EMA 50 is in the middle, and the price is lower than EMA 50. We find this setup, and then we're waiting for the price to get closer to EMA 50. As soon as that happens, we are looking at the reaction of the price. If it reacts, we're looking at stochastic, and if stochastic gives us the signal, which is crossover higher than the level of 70, that means we can enter into a deal for a downtrend. It is also important to remember that if the price is in between the levels of EMA 50 and EMA 150, if all of those lines, EMA lines, are crossing each other, that means that there is no correct trend and we're not allowed to trade. You can, but I don't recommend it. In terms of number of signals, this strategy is fine, not as good as MACD and EMA, but better than the stochastic, RSI, and the MACD. I'll put 8 out of 10 here. The signal quality is the best on the channel. According to the results of backtesting, we got 72% win rate, so a confident 9 out of 10. And there are also no problems with adaptability. There are quite a few false signals, so 9 out of 10. And in terms of simplicity, confident 10 out of 10. Just 2 simple rules, even beginners should not be confused with that. And the overall score is 36 out of 40, and this is still the #1 place. This top is based on testing only those strategies that have already been analyzed on the channel and does not include strategies based on price action. So, of course, this list will be supplemented and changed in the future. Well, in order not to miss new strategies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so yet. And of course, don't forget that even the best strategies will not have 100% win rate, and there are always risks in trading. Always trade with your head and stick to your risk management strategy. If you find this video useful, please like it and share it with your friends who are also interested in trading. Your likes and comments help the channel grow and create more high quality content. I hope these strategies will help you learn, practice, and succeed in trading. You can also find a detailed analysis of these strategies and more in my playlist on my channel. And that's it for us for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.